a venture capitalist at Quinn. It's a venture capital firm based out of San Francisco, California.
And what are you doing at the Dublin Web Summit?
I am here to meet and find the next great entrepreneurs who are building amazing companies and products.
And by the time it's over, is there anything in particular you've hoped to achieve or you've gotten out of it?
You know, I'm here on a learning mission, really, to learn more about the startup scene in Ireland and in Europe generally. It seems that there's growth of hub of activity here, and potentially meet that next great entrepreneur.
How familiar are you with the Irish tech scene at the moment, or is this really starting from ground zero?
I spent about 7 and odd years at Google and spent a fair amount of time over here in Ireland as part of Google Ireland. But we were not focused on the startup scene, and I am now focused on the new Googles, the Googles of the future.
And what kind of things do you look for as an investor?
You know, I look for really driven entrepreneurs who have a vision of the future that commands that their product exists, which really means that they're attacking a huge market. I look for entrepreneurs who have a product or service that is innovative, it's not iterative, they're able to explain what insight or technical evolution has made their product right for today. Somebody who's incredibly driven by that vision, who can attract great talent, because fundamentally startups are only as successful as the people that work there. And who've been really, really thoughtful about a specific space or problem for some period of time.
And is there a particular space that you think has the most potential at the moment?
Anything mobile. At this point, we're seeing a complete re-envisioning of every human activity and behavior with a mobile device, from car washes to communication, commerce, even cavities. I was in a car on the way here today, and a young gentleman pitched me on his startup that takes photos with your camera and then outsources to dentists, and they can tell you if you have cavities. So mobile's really changing everything. It's a revolution, not an evolution.
And I mean, from that, does that change everything else? I mean, things like payments and how people handle money and everything else that goes around that?
Absolutely. I was previously at Square where I led a product, and the premise of Square is that anybody with a mobile device should be able to not just to be able to accept credit cards, but it should actually be able to pay with their phone. And so it changes everything.
Okay. And last but by no means least, in terms of the investor scene as a whole, I mean, are a lot of investors here from what you understand, or is it more startup companies that seem to be here?
I think there are a number of investors here, which is a great sign for all the startup companies that are here too.